Hey guys, at times it may get kind of loud. I'm right across from the Motor Speedway here in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I was wanting to do a video on the CB setup that I'm running. I think it can be beneficial if you do a lot of road trips or any kind of long traveling, and I'll get right into it. If you do get any information out of this video that you like, if you want to see more videos like it, whether it's RV transporting, some trucking videos, some mechanic videos, you know, DIY stuff, hit the subscribe button. I appreciate if you hit the like button. I'll get on into it. Today I wanted to go over why I went with a handheld CB radio versus a conventional, I guess you call it, CB radio. I would prefer, I actually have two different CB radios that I use in 18-wheelers, and they're really good, top dollar. One's a Connex and the other one is a General AP Hill, if you ever heard of that. But they're both really good radios, and the reason I decided to go with the Cobra, the handheld, is one is it's easy. You know, I can get it out of this truck, put it in another truck, and you know, it's quick, simple, and easy. It runs off batteries, or you can plug it in. It does have a weather band on it. I thought that was awesome. For a radio this small, it's got high and low power where you can go from 1 watt, I believe, don't quote me on this, but low power is 1 watt and high power is 2 watts. Now the batteries are about dead, but the first thing I want to show, it took me forever to figure out how to do that, and I wanted to show you how to do it right quick. If you press the program button and then press the CBWX right underneath it, it says power save, that puts it down to 1 watt. If you do it again, it takes that away, and now you have all 4 watts. And with the batteries being about dead, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it back off. So the short antenna is great. It's portable, it's fine. Driving down the road on this antenna with a guy running behind me with no trailer hooked up to block the signal or anything like that, I get a 1/4 mile pretty clear, a 1/2 mile it's got static. You know, between a 1/4 and a 1/2 it starts breaking down. That's not bad range inside a vehicle with this antenna, I don't feel like. But this radio did come with, there's a link in the description below that'll take you directly to this radio, and you'll see it comes with a short stubby. It's about like this here on a magnet mount that you can mount on top of the truck. Now that one, when I ran it, I would get probably between the 1/2 mile to a mile, but at a mile it was starting to break up. And if you add a trailer in the mix, you can cut that kind of in half. It's been my experience. You know, I ran with another guy 2 or 3 trips that had a CB, and me and him talked pretty regularly. Now what I did is, I believe this is called a BNC to RF adapter, and I remember seeing them, you used to pick them up in any truck stop, and recently you can't find them in a truck stop. I mean, you can go to a CB shop, electronic shop, and find them that way, but trying to find them just in somewhere you walk in on the road is kind of hard. But I did link these in the description below too, because I found them on Amazon, only one listing, and it was a 2-pack. The reason I think it's a good idea to get a 2-pack is once you put this together, it swivels right here, and over time, as it swivels, that will break down and it'll give you static and interference. So when you put it on, a lot of times when I'm talking, I actually will rest my finger on it to kind of hold it tight so it's not swiveling. But anyway, when I do this, actually, this is the coax to the Wilson magnet mount on top of the truck. When I put it on this one, now I get a solid mile range out of it, unless there's a lot of people with high-powered radios around me talking, you know, and I can still talk to them. They got high power. There's no telling how much money they got in their setups. You know, if I'm out on an open road, I can get between 1.5 miles to 2 miles with that antenna, and that's between me and my buddy running. It may have a lot to do with his radio, it may have a lot to do with different things. Now if you get in town where a lot of people are talking all at the same time and all that, with me and him right behind each other, that can cut it down to a 1/2 mile. I mean, you got to take all that into consideration. But why did I go with this versus the conventional radio? Is it's simple, it's quick, and it's easy. You know, and so far I've been very impressed with it. Another thing I do like about this radio is it has a weather band on it. And to me, that's pretty important running out west and different places. It works really good. And so far, no matter what antenna I've got on it, it always picks up something. So, some kind of local weather channel somewhere. Now, it also comes with the cigarette lighter plug, which I have tucked away real nice and neat right there, or did. And when you plug it in, I thought this was neat. Now that it's plugged in, I turn the power on, and the power doesn't come on. But as soon as I turn the key on in the truck, it powers up. Turn the key back off, and on this truck, you have to open the door, turn the key back off, and it cuts off. That way, I don't run my batteries down, and I don't, you know, I have to worry about leaving it on or any of that stuff. It cuts off when the truck cuts off. And I think that's pretty awesome. Now, if you have rechargeable batteries, it did come with another adapter that plugs in right here, and that'll reach. You plug it into this and plug it into there, and it'll recharge rechargeable batteries. And I didn't get them. I didn't think I would need them, but now I'm really wishing I would have went out and bought them. I'm going to get them soon. I'll try to link those in the description as well. I think it takes 9 AA's, and but this thing, it's been a really good radio for what it is. I mean, I think it was $89, but the portability, not having to put holes in my truck and all that stuff, and I know the wires. I mean, I hate wires, especially running loose. But I'll show you here in a minute where its home is. If I'm just driving along, I put these 2 wires together and just lay it in my lap, and it's not in my way at all. And when I get where I'm going, I do kind of have them pulled out right now because I was showing it off, but when I'm going down the road, it normally has a home right here. I'll show you that in just a second. And it's tucked in, it's nice, it's neat, it's out of the way, and I can still hear it. Normally, I just listen anyway. I don't talk a lot unless I have information. And that's why I think anybody on a long road trip that does a lot of road tripping, long drives, it's beneficial to have one. If you get stuck, I know everybody's got stuck in a traffic jam, especially in construction. When you're sitting back there and both lanes are full, and you have no idea which lane you need to be in. You know, the good rule of thumb, if you don't have a radio, find the lane with the most trucks in it, get in that lane, even if they're both open. That's what I try to do. Because normally the trucks are listening to the radio. There's a driver up front that tells everybody else, hey, the right lane's closed up here, and everybody gets in the left lane, except for the people who don't know. Because sometimes construction puts signs 2 miles back. Sometimes a backup is 4 miles back. Sometimes they don't put signs at all, you know. So that's why I wanted to get one. The ice storm that I drove through the other day in Oklahoma City, and then the snow, all the snow and stuff between Amarillo and New Mexico, driving along, the roads look good, lightly wet. Next thing you know, you hear somebody holler on the CB, hey, there's ice, you know, there's ice on the road up here, and you can slow down. You know, not that you're going too fast anyway, you're just aware at that point to look for it even more. You know, because it's not hard. 2 days ago, the temperature was 29 degrees and there's an inch of ice on the ground. And in Amarillo, there was snow on the ground. Today, I don't know what the temperature is, but I'm breaking a sweat. I think it's like 75 or so. So you never know what the weather conditions are going to do on a long trip. If you don't have one and you're starting to drive one more often, would I suggest it? Absolutely. I mean, and as far as putting a big radio in, actually hard mounting one in a truck, I do believe that's the best way to go. If you have a place for it, if it's not going to interfere with your electronics and all that stuff. I've just heard too many horror stories about these new trucks, and I know this one it doesn't like voltage drops or anything. It likes good, smooth, steady voltage. And when you key up, that's RF power running through the coax, and it can interfere with a lot of stuff. So anyway, I hope you guys found this somewhat informative. I've rambled long enough. And if you're thinking about getting one of these, I'm going to leave the links to everything I got for this one in the comments below. And I think it's been money well spent for me. You know, do your own research. And there are other videos that do a little bit better, a lot better breakdown of this. I was just kind of wanting to put it together why the adapter and the magnet mount antenna is important, because like I say, on this one I get about a quarter to a half mile in perfect conditions. with the other magnet mount that comes with it, which is fine if you're, you know, it's still a good antenna. But I mean, just the better antenna you have, the better signal you're going to get. If you stick that up there, you're going to notice a major improvement over this. If you get the Wilson, you'll notice a major improvement over the one that comes in the kit with this, you know. So it's at home right now. I don't even carry it with me because I have the big one. But if I was going to jump in someone else's car and make a road trip, I would definitely grab the little one and stick it on there and wouldn't think twice about it. Yeah, so that's where it lives when I'm driving down the road, when I'm not using it, and it's still right like that, and it's still plenty loud enough to hear. It's plenty accessible if someone says something and I need to get back to them. Well, I hope you guys found that kind of informative. I hope you found what you're looking for, especially, and I hope to see you again next time. All right, y'all have a good day. Thanks. Bye.